Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for the latest updates. Laura is gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico, now a Category 1 hurricane confirmed by Hurricane Hunter aircraft and expected by the National Hurricane Center to become a major hurricane tomorrow. The latest readings have winds of 75 miles per hour and a minimum pressure of 990 millibars as of 1 p.m. Central Time this August 25th. The hurricane is currently located at 24 degrees north, 87.6 degrees west of stage 6 on the CDPS scale for potential damages. Major potential associated with the system with a landfall along the Texas-Louisiana border as one of the most likely spots right now. Of course, there's some wiggle room still in place, with this still being a little less than 2 days from landfall. But distance in miles from land right now, Port Arthur is 476 miles away, Galveston 488, Houston 528, those are all in Texas and in Louisiana. Lake Charles is 464 miles away, and Cameron is 449 miles away. Here are all the lists of watches and warnings in place associated with the hurricane. Take a second to pause this right now. There's also storm surge watches and warning as well. San Luis Pass to Intercoastal City have hurricane warnings in place with a tropical storm warning west and east of those locations as well, and a hurricane watch to the east of where the hurricane warning is right now. That also covers part of the areas that's under tropical storm warning. Here's the latest GFS model showing precipitation and cloud cover. You can see the area of the influence of the storm moving through the Gulf of Mexico and getting stronger before making a landfall near the Texas-Louisiana border, moving up significantly inland towards Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri. Potentially still tropical storm force winds, but the largest threat at that point will be rainfall when the system continues to move inland there, potentially bringing 4 to 6 inches of rainfall well inland, and even potentially further east as it gets pulled off to the east and potentially back out to sea by this trough that's going to pick it up. Sea surface temperatures won't be an inhibitor for the storm, though. 30 degrees Celsius, about where it's heading throughout most of its track in the Gulf of Mexico, but some shelf waters just off the coast, and if it goes a bit south of forecast, indicating 31 degrees Celsius in those areas. The Gulf of Mexico is very warm. Here's the wind model from the GFS again. You can see it's showing a pretty small system, but a powerful one, potentially major hurricane, making landfall along the Texas-Louisiana border as a very strong storm. So areas there need to be paying attention right now, preparing today as if this thing could be a Category 4 storm. It's better to over-prepare than under-prepare. Even if it's Category 3, prepare if it's going to be a bit above that anyway. Storm surge also a very significant threat east of the landfall location. 9 to 13 feet of storm surge expected east of the landfall location right now. So please stay on guard for that if you're in a low-lying area. Chance of tropical storm force winds look like this right now as the latest update. Port Arthur's 91%, Galveston's 81%, Houston's at 60%, Lake Charles at 93%, and Cameron at 96% right now. These odds will likely continue to rise as the storm gets closer for most of these locations. Houston, if the track shifts to the east, though, might see that decline though. Here's the latest coming from the National Hurricane Center. You can see that landfall expectation early on Thursday now as a hurricane, potentially a major hurricane still is the consensus forecast now from the National Hurricane Center. And you can see those watches and warnings that were talked about a little bit earlier, with those hurricane watches also in place a bit east of where the hurricane warning ends. Stay on guard for those. Again, a lot of impact from the system expected. 6 to 10 inches of rainfall, 9 to 13 feet of storm surge possible, and hurricane force sustained winds near the landfall spot. So please stay prepared. Here's the latest satellite imagery of the storm. You can see it moving into the Gulf of Mexico now, away from Cuba. Not the most impressive hurricane as you typically see, but it is expected to continue to strengthen, and hurricane hunters have confirmed its strength right now. It should get more symmetrical and stronger as we head over the next day. We'll be live in under 2 hours at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, covering both Laura and Typhoon Bobby in the Western Pacific, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with the latest information from us and your local weather office and local officials, of course, and stay tuned for more. On our outlets, force13.com for web articles and the live cyclone tracker. You can also find us here on YouTube. If you're not watching here already, make sure to subscribe. We're also on Facebook. It's Force13 to find our latest posts there. And we're also on Twitter. It's at Force13 to ask us a question on that platform. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. More information can be found at patreon.com/force13, or you can become an ultimate fan right here on YouTube for perks and to directly support the project and our future endeavors in these times. You can also find us on Discord to communicate with us on our Discord server. Link is in the description below, and you can message Fool13 at extension 9094.